I'd like to start by talking about a problem that I think everyone has encountered, which is when you're in an art museum or you're sitting in a park on a bench, enjoying the view, really taking in your natural surroundings, and then someone walks in front of you with a selfie stick, running up and down the corridor, taking photos of every single painting, but not actually looking at a single one of them. In the current age of technology, we're constantly receiving and processing information, and this is leading to a culture fueled by constant entertainment, where real-world news is becoming less entertaining than reality TV. And this is leading to environments which have no authenticity at all, and they're being completely dictated by consumerism. Authenticity has been replaced by novelty, and cities, if this continues, cities will become no more durable than the latest gimmick piece of technology. So my aim for the future city, what I believe the future city should aim to do, is to encourage people to reconnect to their immediate surroundings in an authentic way. Something I feel very passionately about is environmental sustainability. And with climate change in the near future, with rising sea levels and temperature change, I believe that one of the most important roles that cities of the future should have is to educate its citizens on how resources are being used. These days we are so disconnected on where our resources are coming from, where our food is coming from. Many people don't understand these natural systems. Thus, I think in any future city, sustainable technologies should be a lot more celebrated, and they shouldn't be hidden behind this kind of superficial aesthetic. I believe the most spectacular buildings in the world are the ones that are the most efficient. They're the producers and the ones that are actually supplying something back to the community, supplying more than they are taking. And if this is more visible to people, then it will create a more mindful population. And once people become more mindful of their environment, I believe they'll become more passionate about their environment. And once people are passionate about their environment, of course they care, and they want to keep it that way. Nature is incredibly uncontrollable, and so are people. And thus the task of a future city is not to be able to resist anything that comes its way, but rather to be prepared to help its residents to adjust to the constantly changing conditions of today's world without compromising the essence or the authenticity of the city. So any city of the future, I believe, should be able to adapt technology to be locally relevant. And this, once again, will inspire people to have pride in their surroundings and thus create a more sustainable environment. Along with educating the public on issues of natural resources, as I've previously stated, I believe the city of the future should make its citizens mindful of all of the social issues as well. The city should be easily read, and it should be inclusive by the whole population. And equality should really be addressed from a bottom-up approach. Because you're only ever really as good as your weakest members, right? People should feel inspired to participate in the forming of their own city. They should be a part of the solution. They should have an input in their own public spaces, and these public spaces should be open to the expression of everyone alike, and they should be free of any of the economic agenda that dominates some public spaces, such as shopping malls. The city should be a place where people can experience new things and can interact with completely different people all the time. And above all, it should be exciting. Cities, I think, should be fun, and they should be They should provide sensory experiences. They should be exciting, and the built environment should be just as diverse as the population. The character of any city should be informed by the people who live there, so that each city is unique and people feel responsible and pride for their environment. Everyone should be involved in their own environment and not just users of the spaces that someone else owns and cleans up. This would encourage people to care more for their own city, and it would create more attachment to the place they live in, and in turn create more authentic and truly sustainable environment.